The more I fail, the more I learn and the more I succeed. So the more we fail is actually more opportunities to succeed because we learn and we grow from it. Hello, loves. You are listening to the Love Life with Court show. And as always, I am your host, Courtney. If this is your first time tuning into the pod, well, welcome to the family. And if not, here is a warm welcome back. Without further ado, let's get started on today's episode. Hi, lovely. Happy Friday. As always, I hope you're having the most amazing day. Today, we are literally just going to dive right in. This is going to be a short, quick episode. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling motivated. And I was like, let's just put out a little Friday episode, try to keep it under 10 minutes and give you the tea in under 10 minutes. So today's topic is the secret to achieving your goals. And we're going to dive into a few misconceptions about achieving one's goals and really talk about the one thing that will completely change your perspective. We're all about shifting perspective here and change your perspective on how you look at goals. What most people will tell you when you aren't reaching your goals is possibly your goals aren't clear enough. You may have unrealistic expectations, lack of a plan, poor time management, lack of accountability, burnout, life changes, unhealthy habits, whatever it is. We've all heard it before. And for many of us who maybe have difficulties with committing to things like really, delving into stuff and feeling committed and devoted, and maybe you try new things and then you give it up, or, it just, things happen and it's completely okay. The first thing before we really get into today's episode is that when we set goals for ourselves, setting that goal is already such an accomplishment because you are prioritizing you, your future, your current self, the child within you that is just screaming to have the life that they deserve and the life that they love. So first off is getting over the whole victim mode when it comes to goals. So many things that we could fall into in a victim role when it comes to setting goals. And really all that stems down to is self-sabotage and believing that if you only put half your effort or, just not putting in your full effort, that if you fail, well, you didn't actually try that hard. What I'm continuously learning is that failure is a part of the process. And the more I fail, the more I learn and the more I succeed. So the more we fail is actually more opportunities to succeed because we learn and we grow from it. The secret to achieving your goals is to keep going. That's it. You fall off track, keep going. You haven't done it in months, just keep going. You think you quit, keep going. Someone told you you can't do it, keep going. You lost a bunch of weight and then you gained it back, just keep going. Get back on track. Just get back on track. A lot of people say that, it has to come with discipline. It has to come with effort. It has to come, with all these things. But when you just keep going and not put a bunch of focus on the outcome or your slip ups. And this is so applicable for where I'm at right now. I've lost almost 100 pounds. I've gained about 10, 15 pounds, and I am in that spiral. I was in that spiral of, oh my God, it's just going to keep going up and going up. And then I just thought to myself, just keep going. And another example of how I, came to this realization is every month I set goals for myself, every single month. And last month was just really hard for me mentally. And I set health, wealth, and love goals each month. And I met one goal out of the 9 goals that I set for last month. And I was ready to beat myself up. I was ready to add double that amount of goals and really hustle down in July. And then I just thought to myself, what if I made my goal to just keep going? What if I didn't give up? What if I didn't beat myself up? What if I didn't fall into negative self-talk? What if I just kept going and put in effort? First thing is when you don't put your entire self into something, it doesn't have to be every day, but just in general, and then maybe you fail. And then you think to yourself, well, I didn't actually put in all the effort and, I could have done better. So actually it wasn't to my abilities or to my skills. So I didn't actually fail. I just didn't try hard enough. That is self-sabotage. that will continuously be your cycle, and it will literally be your life of just getting by and, making excuses, sabotaging yourself and the potential that you have. So first, getting over that, getting over the victim role of whatever your past has looked like is influencing what you can achieve today. We're getting past that. The biggest setback is when you can't keep going. So remember that. Whenever maybe you put the weight back on, maybe you are failing in your business. Maybe you feel like you're failing, but I promise you're not. Maybe your relationship is not doing that well. Maybe your fitness goals are not where you want them to be. Whatever it is, your biggest setback will be when you decide to not keep going. And that is a conscious decision. And I'll share some things that I have personally done to embody the spirit of keep going, which is first, consistent action. If I feel like quitting, what can I do stemming from an action point to remind me what I'm doing this for? Adaptability. I'm willing to always adjust to my plans when things don't go as expected. So when things come up and, maybe I'm going for dinner and I really want a sweet treat, I remind myself that I'm just going to keep going. Even though I'm going to dinner, I'm going to keep going with my goals. I'm going to keep going with what my body needs and what my body deserves, and also a positive mindset. For me, when I fuck up, I used to always immediately fall into this negative self-talk of why do I do this? Why am I like this? Why can I never do this? Why can I never do that? And that self-talk was just inhibiting all of these actions. If I felt crap about myself, I could make crap decisions and that was okay. But when I felt good about myself, I didn't want to make bad decisions and I beat myself up even more because of that. But when we feel good about ourselves and we have that slip up, just remind yourself, what? That's right. Keep going. And this also embodies things like resilience, seeking support, staying focused, having a proper self-care routine that embodies physical, mental, and emotional well-being, learning and growing. When you fuck up, just keep going, learn from it, and keep going. Persistence. What are you going to do? Keep going. And practice gratitude for this new mentality that you have. Whenever you catch yourself where you're going to make a mistake and then you say to yourself, I'm just going to keep going, practice gratitude for the person that you are and the person that you become and are continuing to evolve into, because that bitch, you know what she's going to do? You got to guess it. That's right. She's going to keep going. That's today's episode. We're keeping it short. We're keeping it sweet. I love you all so much. And a friendly reminder to not only be kind to others, but also to your beautiful, amazing self.